welcome back to the Kashyap Take. So this is the SQL interview question and answer part 8. In this we will going to learn about the constraints. So what is constraint in SQL? SQL constraints are used to specify rules for the data in a table. Constraints are used to limit the type of data that can go into a table. This ensures the accuracy and reliability of the data in the table. If there is any violation between the constraint and the data action and the action is aborted, so it means it's a limitation means what if you have any table in a database and if you are trying to insert something data and if you wanted the data will be added something by providing the limitation having the security purpose, like if you wanted to insert only the data which are greater than, like suppose there is a age having any criteria, so you wanted to insert the data only the age record which are above 18. So these are the limitation you can provide over there. So what is the constant in SQL? With example, in a database table we can add rule to a column known as a constant. This rule control the data that can be stored in a column. For example, if a column has not null constant, it means the column cannot store null value. Note, these constants are also called integrity constraint. So there are types of integrity you can learn, or I'll post new video about the integrity as well. So what is constraint in DBMS? Constraint in DBMS database management system are rules or conditions that are applied to the data within a database to ensure data integrity constraint and adherence to business rule. They define limitation and requirement that the data must meet, thereby preventing the entry of invalid and inconsistent data. What are the 7 constraints in SQL? So there are multiple constraints like not null, null, unique, primary key, foreign key, check, default, and create index. So these are the constraints which are used in while creating the table. So whenever the data get inserted, these are the rules, you can say that it will get applied. Okay, so let's jump into the some examples. Like I have this example where we have a uh, query to create this table. In the first table it is referenced by employee like foreign key. Okay, so having a department ID in a primary key and department name as a varchar 100 not null. Primary key means it's a not null plus uniqueness, so it will be uniqueness and null value will not be allowed. Main table with all constant, like it's a main table where we have given a multiple of columns which have the sum of the constant, like employee ID having the primary key, first name has a not null, it's a null, and it's a uniqueness, email, and salaries we have check like a decimal like 10 comma 2 and check salary. So it's a decimal and it's a check, so check it's a constant, like salary should be greater than 0, not in a minus value. Okay, so department ID is a int and foreign key means we are providing the foreign relationship between the department ID, reference department ID from this department table. So we have created the index, y index, just for creating the index in the whatever data get inserted. So I'll make a new video about this one, about the indexing, about what are the indexing types of indexing, and a cluster, non-cluster, etc. So first let's see about the definition of these columns in the here. So see, employee ID is a primary key, so it's a basically uniquely identify each employee. First name not null, not null must have a value. So last name, it's a null means optional value, you can keep it as a blank as well. Email, uniqueness, so email will be very uniqueness because no duplicate emails allowed. So check, salary must be greater than 0 and country is a default, if not provided default to USA. So foreign key must exist in department ID and index speed up search on a last name. Okay, so you can see here as a this one country, where if you suppose the user or however customers if forget to insert the value of country, then it will by default take the USA. Okay, so hope you guys you understand about these things about the constant. So please share and subscribe and give your feedback in the comments. Thank you.